Cool. Checking in.
We're going no matter what.
Checking in, checking out.
Brendan's the only one who sounds
Checking
good.
in, checking out. Checking in, checking out.
I sound like garbage.
Are we recorded?
We're recording. It
How
just
long have
started.
we been recording?
2.5 seconds.
When did you start?
As soon as you said Admiral.
Oh, I didn't want that on air.
That's
No,
good.
I liked that. I thought
too.
that was
That's why I
really cool.
recorded.
Thanks, guys.
We should do more of that, I think.
Welcome to the Rad
Don't talk too loud.
Dudecast.
Oh, okay, that's probably good too. Oh, the barking is going to be bad today.
Episode 51.
Check.
We've done it 51 times. We've been here.
Check.
In Astoria, Queens.
Check.
Probably 50 because once we
Check.
did one on the road, I believe.
We did?
In a car, and then we called you in.
Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Let me try this.
The weather is a bit gloomy, bit overcast today.
Check.
Well,
Whoa.
a special person who handles that.
Whoa. Whoa.
Not to step on your toes about the weather.
Oh, Katie. Yeah.
Something's happening big.
What happened?
Nothing.
We
I
having
think I
audio
got it out of there.
problems?
Oh, we're good.
This thing is broken.
As always, please follow us at the Rad Dudecast on Twitter. Give us your comments, questions, anything of that nature. I'm having a pretty good week. My name, of course, is Brendan Ayer. I'm here with my illustrious, fantastic,
We should talk
very
about
good-looking friends.
Greg.
Yeah.
I want
Do
to
you
talk.
want to give your last name?
They know it. We
Greg
should.
Stone.
I'm pretty much occupied. We should try to get ourselves on Keith and the Girl Network. Do you know them? Anyone know them?
And my other
I know
co-host,
What do we do?
Just
my
tell
other
them.
co-host,
Anthony, you know me.
Anthony
why would you-
DeVito.
Yeah,
Right.
classic
Stone
DeVito.
Anthony DeVito apparently
even-
trying to get on other podcasts.
No,
At the
on
moment?
another network so they can record our podcast.
Oh, I would. Well, look, if you have a podcast, if you're listening and you have a very successful podcast network, we'll do it. We'll come over there, or we'll do it from here. But we need you to come to our house, install equipment, and get us on.
I'm
your
going to buy a new
podcast.
soundboard tomorrow.
I will. I'll throw in for that. Now,
Great.
of course.
Thanks.
Yeah,
That's
thank
nice
you.
of you.
By the way, I didn't even say thank you.
I got to do that
Great, man.
because this thing sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Then
not
we're
good.
going to do a ceremony where we're going to throw this one off the roof.
I'll take part in that ceremony. Here's the thing: people are listening at home. They're probably saying to themselves, "This audio kind of sucks." Let me tell you something. If you're saying that, if that's something you're saying, I'll tell you. You come try and make a podcast with the equipment we're working with. Greg, our engineer, is a goddamn miracle worker because we're working with a shoestring and a can, and this guy puts together a listenable,
Well, it's
wonderful.
barely listenable. We're breaking up again.
Well,
The whole thing is broken.
still,
I have so many bits to do this week.
do you?
Yep.
You
I
look
do.
like you're losing weight, by the way.
I did a pull-up today. I told you that.
I saw a picture of you doing a pull-up. I never knew. Let me tell you, listeners, this guy has shoulders as if they were sculpted by an Italian master. And I never knew that. Your shoulders are phenomenal.
I got great back. People don't know that.
I don't know
Because
that.
my front's all fucked up. They don't even give the back a chance.
They get mad at you, tell you to get out of here. You turn around and walk away. They say, oh, maybe I should.
Yeah,
Hate to
not
see
too
him go,
bad.
but I love
Yeah.
to watch him leave.
That's funny.
Uh,
I'm sorry. I've been cutting you off, Brendan. I'm just angry.
what are you angry about?
The audio's bad.
Here's the thing. A lot of times we think it's bad, then we go to edit. It sounds good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ever listen to our podcast. That's why. In my head, no one there. You can't hear them.
In all honesty, let's be completely honest.
Mhm.
I'm asking you, man to man,
Mhm.
outside of any character, any bit.
Mhm.
How many episodes have you listened to?
I would say, which one was the one where we did the where we had the guy come in?
The Dungeons and Dragons
Yeah,
one?
that was the last one I listened to.
Is that the only one you've ever listened
No, up to there I listened every week, but that's when my phone battery died. So I can't listen to them because without the extended battery, I can't listen to podcasts. Man, my phone dies.
to? Really?
Yeah, yeah. When I get a new phone, I'm gonna listen to them again.
Yeah, take a listen.
What,
They're
you
good.
just sit in the room? Would you just sit in your room and listen to them?
No, I listen to it when I'm out and about.
Yeah, yeah. I would do that if I could do that with the battery.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, really just the audio for me is just throwing a rock in the river. Who knows where
So
it
then
lands.
you can't do anything on your phone?
I can only listen to Spotify that I've downloaded, songs I've downloaded,
Well, wait a second.
Well,
because
So you're saying you were streaming the podcasts?
yeah.
Yeah, that's going to kill your battery. You can download them, and that probably helps our downloads.
Oh, really?
Yeah, why don't you download the podcast? Then
From
you,
where? How do I download it? iTunes?
Do you have the podcast? Yep. From
So, have you never heard the end of the episodes that you're on?
No, because I'm always waiting
While
for that
you're on
point
them?
to cut us all out. So
Oh, you're not even
I'm
listening to
very
the end.
concentrating
Right,
on like
right.
when's a good time to interrupt somebody.
That's good.
But I can't interrupt us when we're doing the actual that because then that would ruin our podcast listeners. We should call this the Smodcast.
That's a thing already, I believe. That's that guy, Kevin Smith, and I believe
I don't
he
know.
has a Smodcast, maybe.
Why is it called a Smodcast? Is that a known thing?
I don't know. I just thought of it just now.
I don't think so. I think he took it. I think it's a known podcast. I think there's something called the Smodcast.
I just thought of it.
Well,
But what makes it a Smodcast? What does smod even mean?
Smogcast.
Smog?
Yeah, we do it from L.A. in the heat of the smog.
Oh, I thought we were all dragons.
Well, your mic cut out.
My
Nope, you're back.
no, I thought we were all dragons, like Lord of the Rings. The smog.
Oh, Smaug. That's a
Oh,
Smaug.
Smaug.
A Smaugcast.
Smaug.
Brennan is gone.
well, I'm checking
Our downloads?
if anyone's John Gorham, Johnny Five, my roommate from college, got at us this week and said 50 episodes strong. He's a fan, so shout out to John. Great guy, huge cock on him. We used to call him horse cock.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Check.
huge cock. Cool dude, very smart. He was a medieval history major.
Buff.
Yeah, real buff. Knows a lot about medieval history. Translates stuff from old French, I suppose.
Oh, wow.
Got a great got a baby now.
Really?
Nice wife named Sonnet. Fantastic family. Live in the D.C. area.
What kind of body?
I'm John.
Yeah.
Real skinny, real muscular because he's so skinny.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's cheating.
Yeah, well,
You know?
that's the thing. I've always said it, and I'll say it again. A six-pack starts in the kitchen. Okay, you're not gonna.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
It's true. You think you can do sit-ups into a six-pack? No, you got to eat right.
You got to eat
You
right.
got to eat right because you're going to end up like me, which is I'm very muscular, but all my muscles are under the pizzas I've
Yeah,
eaten.
under the covers. That's what I call it, under the covers. I'm an undercover lover. Got a great body under these blankets. But you can't tell because I got all this fat.
Well, I couldn't tell till I saw that picture of you doing a pull-up, and I can't stress it enough. Your shoulders, I mean, they're like it's like Paula Poundstone with those suit jackets
got
with
very
shoulder
good
pads.
Lesbian shoulders.
Yeah,
I thought you
no.
forget told
I'm
that.
saying she would wear the shoulder pads so she looked very strong, firm.
But I'm really
In
trying.
addition to her lesbian shoulders.
Yeah, well, that's my way at the gym. I'm trying to work my way up from fat guy to in shape lesbian to
To actual lesbian.
to actual lesbian to man to strong man. Well, actually, I think that in shape lesbian's right below strong man. So I gotta get to in shape lesbian, then to bulk man. Does this make sense?
Nope.
Have
yeah.
you ever seen these, like
Yeah,
the
that
soccer
makes
player
sense.
women?
Oh yeah, they are
Yeah.
in shape.
They got great bodies. That's the one thing that bothers me in my life is that I'm so in love with a lesbian's body,
Well,
but they don't want anything to do with me.
So then if you had one, you wouldn't have to go out and get one. You've got one right here.
I've got one right here.
Right. Take
Yeah,
a look
but
in
you
the
know that
mirror
about
and
me. You
jerk
know.
yourself off.
I guess I'd jump in at this moment and say there's also straight female soccer players.
Oh yeah, but I'm really talking. I'm always attracted to a lesbian. I don't know why. It's my cross to bear. Every time I'm like, this chick, she's so hot. Everyone's like, she's not into guys. Right? Anthony can prove that.
Because you can smell the pussy on her.
Yeah, and I like short hair,
You know?
and I like
Because it's double. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, you're saying it's double
Double pussy.
vagina smell. I don't
Yeah.
know if I agree with that because I just think if you hook up with someone, you don't necessarily just walk around smelling like their genitalia.
Well, if you put it everywhere, you do.
But I like a woman with a strong jawline, chiseled jawline. Also, not sounding racist, but often acquired to lesbians. Like a girl in overalls. Little boys, lesbians. I never, again, that's not what I'm into, but it just happens to be that those were the things that they fall into. You know this about me.
Wait, what
Yeah,
was
I
the?
know.
Where did the racism angle
Yeah, I
come
was
into play?
waiting for
You
it
just
to
said, and I'm
become
not being
racist.
racist. I like them in overalls. That's not a race.
Well, it's a stereotype that a lesbian has overalls and giant shoulders.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to
Overalls.
do.
You keep saying overalls. I don't know that I've seen a lot of lesbians with overalls.
Well,
Also-
more 80s lesbians.
Also, before we delve into
You're
Anthony's
just talking
point,
about farmers.
which is I
like farmers.
do think Anthony's point is very valid, but I think we should take this in order. First of all, being a lesbian, not a race.
Yeah.
No. So
Well, what's a race?
a race is your
Gender?
no, your color. So you have
Your color.
Caucasians, African Americans, or black people if they're not. What do you call an? What's the correct term to call an African American who is in fact not from America? So what do you call the color of a person, a native African person? Do you
Real
call them
African.
Regular African.
Regular
black?
African.
Right, but I'm saying if someone's asking their skin color, because there are
Africanus
white,
regularis.
there are white.
Oh, you're talking about
people
an
in
American
Africa.
black woman.
No,
They're not
okay,
African American.
Well, never mind.
Black American.
No. Well, never mind.
Yeah, because I know some guys from Guam or
Not Africa.
Dominican Republic.
Not
They're
neither of
black.
those African.
They're not African American.
Right. That's what I'm
They're
saying.
black. They're black Dominican, or black wherever they're from.
Okay.
I don't know if that's what they want to be called. Just don't call me anything.
Yeah, don't call anyone anything. That's a good point. Who sees color anymore?
Libertarians.
Yeah.
Do you know I know a guy that cheated on the color blindness test to become a marine pilot? It seems like they probably have that test in there for a good reason.
Yeah, you got to know what race you're going to kill. Marines are very racist.
I think it's more
A
of
colorblind
flying.
test to be a Marine pilot?
Yeah, to be a pilot in the Air Force, Marines, all that, Navy, you got to take up a colorblind test.
Right.
And he cheated. He knew the guy who gave the test and had him lie for him because he's colorblind. But that seems like there's a good reason they don't want you to be colorblind.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the air is blue and the water is darker blue, so you got to know which one so you don't fly a plane into the water.
I bet it's more related to the instruments, but that could also be a factor.
Yeah, you got to look at a map, green and blue. Next thing you'll know, you're trying to land, you're in the Pacific Ocean.
Well, what were you trying to land on, the sky?
On the green,
Oh, on the green, yeah. Okay.
which is America.
Of course, Anthony is
makes sense.
plugging his book this week that he previously told me about.
Yeah.
look.
Take the power back.
What's this
So
about?
it's a way to dominate
Please
in the
don't.
bedroom. What?
He claims to have written a book about how
Yeah.
to dominate in the bedroom.
So you take the power back.
How do you do that?
You always sleep on the right side.
Sleep on the right side?
No, actually, you don't. What you do is you go, hey, what side do you want? What side do you want tonight?
What side? Left.
Yeah, I'm going to do the left tonight. Sorry. You got to do the right.
That is a power move.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
a power move, so that's
Yep,
good.
and then you fall right
I'm
to
going to
sleep.
do the left.
Yep.
I like that.
So is that it?
Well, watch. We'll do it again. Now, Why
Okay.
didn't you do the and then you go right to sleep?
Okay.
Hey, all right, honey.
Ooh, I got
Good day. Good day. Long day though. Well, I'm about to head off. What side do you want tonight?
Oh, you had a hard day. Whatever side you want.
Cool. Then I'm going to take both. You sleep in the kitchen.
All right.
Can I
That's
throw
a
one
good
at
power
you?
move.
Can you tell me if does this qualify as a power move?
Love it.
Hey,
Yeah.
what do you want to eat for dinner tonight?
I don't know. Maybe crab.
I'll have that.
Fuck. You got me.
Right? That's
You
a power move.
Got me.
I think
Man, that's good. Now I got to write a new chapter.
Just write that one in there.
That's good.
So the chapter about sides, that's the whole book so far.
What? That's a bulk of the book. And then some of the other moves about taking the power back is every day you take something out of their pocketbook.
Oh.
Oh, I
So
thought it was
then-
all taking the power back in the bedroom.
Yeah, well, the bedroom. See, that's the thing about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It starts in the bedroom. It doesn't actually leave the bedroom, in a sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like the bedroom, that's you got to think of everything as it starts in the bedroom, and wherever you go next, you're still in the bedroom. That's the way you got to think.
Oh, I have a power move in the bedroom. Tell me if this works.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're about to make love, right?
Yes.
You're the lady. I'm the man. We're about to make love.
Okay.
Do you want to be on top, or do you want me to be on top?
You know what? My ankles are really sore, so I'd love for you to be on top.
Doesn't matter. I'm impotent.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good.
impotence is the ultimate power move.
Yeah.
Yeah, impotence is
Yeah,
the ultimate
that's
power
good.
move.
So maybe
A
put
lot
that
of
in the
people,
book.
yeah, a lot of people look at that as a weakness, but it actually is
It's a strength.
strength.
It is. It
It's
is.
huge strength.
Yeah.
And use that for everything.
I call it lazy dick.
We're out to we're out to dinner. Okay. Big Friday night. I know it's been real hard for you down at the plant. So where do you want to go eat this Friday?
I'd love to go to Outback Steakhouse.
That's great. Doesn't matter to me. I'm impotent. That doesn't matter at all. We'll go anywhere.
Power
Doesn't
move.
matter. When we get there, I'm gonna have a big old soft dick.
Power move.
It's a power move. Absolutely.
So your wife works at a plant.
She works at a plant. Yeah, some kind of plant.
Let me try one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, this year for Valentine's Day, I'm going to combine Valentine's Day and your birthday, so you get a big gift. What kind of gift do you want?
I don't know. Maybe like a swan.
A swan. I was thinking that, but I'm not going to get it because I'm impotent.
God damn.
This is good.
Damn, that's good.
This is good.
That is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about this?
Okay.
So I say to you, now I can't think of one.
I got one. Can I do another one?
Yeah.
Listen, my boss came home from work. I was at work, and my boss was yelling at me.
Mm-hmm.
And he was yelling at everybody in the office.
Absolutely.
You know, it was really bothering me, honey, so I just want you to listen to my story. She fired Larry, but I wasn't that upset.
That's a shame. I mean, he's got those 2 kids to look after.
It's not that big of a deal. He's not that impotent.
Yeah. That's a good power
sometimes
move.
you could do a pun.
That's a good, because you do a pun. As long as you get the words in there, it gets their brain. It's triggers.
It's like McDonald's having
Yeah.
signs in China.
Exactly.
You know, it's like you constantly see it.
Yep, it's just all triggers. You
Yeah.
dominate their brain. That's how you dominate in the bedroom. And then if you can dominate in the bedroom, you dominate in the kitchen, you dominate in the office, you dominate in the bathroom, all places.
What if you change the name of the book to Take the Power Back? Impotence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the impotence of impotence.
Oh, the impotence of impotence.
That's good too.
Yes, that's great.
That's me, the name of my first album.
Soft cover.
Soft. That's a great joke, dude. I don't think you got enough.
Yes, that's what I've been working on.
How about this one? Do you mind if my friend Otis comes over for dinner?
Absolutely not. I love Otis.
Yeah, you know, the midget.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know that that's the right way to call
Yeah,
it.
Otis the midget.
You know, I guess we can make room.
You know, the imp Otis.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's nice. Get their mind going. You
Yeah.
don't even have a midget.
That's a
friend named
fake
Otis.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it go, is he impotent again?
Yeah.
No, he's just an imp
Yeah.
Otis.
Let me guess. He's
Yeah.
impotent. No, honey. Why would you even think that?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have done it better because Otis doesn't sound like. I should have said, you know, my midget friend. He's going camping.
Yeah.
You know, we have a imp in a tent.
Impotent.
Yeah,
Impotent.
imp in a tent.
An impotent.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a real impotent. Impotent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. That's a good book. So buy that book.
Yeah.
Where is it available?
All e-readers.
It's available on all e-readers. I think it's going to come preloaded on Kindles in 2000. You know, the second
We're
quarter.
looking at a
2000.
2015 launch date. Hopefully.
That's cool.
Yeah.
2015?
Yeah. Trying to coincide it with a major event in history.
So you guys hear my big news?
Memorial Day? No, what?
I made it.
To where?
You know, a lifelong goal. So I made it. I got approved. Astronaut.
You're an astronaut.
Well, not yet, not officially, but I'm going to school. There's like a 2-week program you go through.
Mm-hmm.
2-week program.
2 weeks to be an astronaut.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, once they
Nowadays, yeah.
approve you, they figure this guy's good. We'll
It's
just we'll just give him a few. You know, you watch a few videotapes.
That's pretty good.
It's all online now.
Yeah, it's mostly online. You got to do 18 hours online, and then you go for a sort of a 1-day, just a workshop. They're holding that at a middle school.
So are you going to still do the podcast or
Yeah, a lot of it I figure I'll have to be sort of a call-in from space.
from space?
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't given me my specs yet or anything like that, but I'm...
Can you use a cell phone in space?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who are you
Some
going to call?
providers.
Yeah, it depends who you have. You have Sprint, fine.
Because you're above the satellites.
So you got to get.
Yeah,
some
but that's the thing. It's
Galaxy
easier.
plan.
It falls down. Goes
Okay.
right down. It's easier. No interference. You're never going to get there's interference. Well, I don't think so because there's no other. I don't see anything else up here. So.
I got a science question. How do those cell phones work? How does it know where to send the signal? We just know it just goes straight up into everything?
No, that's the problem. That's why we'll all probably be dead in 20 years. It just goes through everything.
Just my cell phone signal goes everywhere, and a satellite picks it up.
You've brought up a good question that,
Well,
I don't know, I haven't got that far in the astronaut thing. I don't even know if we handle that, but I would guess that the way, it's on a certain wavelength and the satellite is probably tuned in to pick up a certain wavelength.
you're just saying hot words.
No,
So
I
maybe
think
thinking
that's
like a
probably what it
wavelength?
is. Like
Well,
a
where does it
candle.
go? It comes out of the cell phone and it just goes in every direction, or it just goes straight up? It just fills every cell in the air?
That's a fucking great question.
Certain things get in the way of the signal.
Because why? I mean, I know we're having fun here, but
I'm
why,
saying.
if you're in space, if you're on your cell phone, would it not go down, or does the phone make it go up?
I don't think the phone makes it go up, but you bring up a good question. Maybe it's just everything's everywhere. This is weird.
I don't understand.
Well, I think people Skype from space.
Oh, you certainly can communicate with space. That goes without saying.
Yeah, but I think they're on a
But
special
Greg's
wavelength.
bringing up a different point, which is how does your cell phone know where to go? Does it just go everywhere and then the cell tower picks it up, or is it the cell tower sucking it in somehow? If you got any leads on this, get at us, because this is a one for the ages.
Science talk. That's this episode's name. You guys want to talk? I got to talk about this because I got into a big conversation with my deli man John today from A&F. He brought up a good point about the FDA not being a real government agency.
What did he say?
He just said it's not a real government agency. So I responded with, bought and paid, John. Those people are bought and paid for.
That's a great way to go. You go right to money with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because then that's like, don't I know it?
Yeah.
You know?
He told me the chicken's got all these GHs in them.
Let me tell you something. You made. I think you were probably just saying that to agree with John, but the truth is you're absolutely right. Here's the thing about the FDA. So you want something approved by the Food and Drug Administration, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to go. It's got to be independently verified through scientific study that it's not dangerous. Okay. Now you would think, in order to, so say I'm GlaxoSmithKline. I want to get a new medicine.
Your name is GlaxoSmithKline.
Have you ever just been Mark Baldwin or
Mark Baldwin?
Larry Strong?
No, GlaxoSmithKline is a company.
Brendan's.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought that was a real
No, that's a
Brendan's
drug
name.
manufacturer.
Brendan's names are always like this.
Yeah.
No, so I'm a
Oh,
drug.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
That's a real drug.
That's a real
manufacturer.
drug company.
So I'm a drug manufacturer, right?
Mhm.
And I want to get my medicine approved by the FDA.
Mhm.
In order to get it approved by the FDA, I need a scientific study that says it works and it's not dangerous, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you would think, who would you think pays for that study and hires the people to do that study?
The government.
Yes, the FDA. You would assume the FDA pays for that study and hires because they want it to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
No, I pay for that study. I hire the people, the medicine company.
On your watch.
So in other words, I'm paying them.
Yeah.
They're on my
That's
second
like
payroll.
Me grading this podcast.
Yeah.
I give it an A.
So in other words, say they don't bring me back the results I want. Guess what? Might look for another. My money might go somewhere else next time around. Pal.
Yeah.
So it's a real flawed system we're running. with.
Chrysler's, GMC car situation.
Yeah.
They're building cars that are killing people.
Chrysler's?
Yeah, I really want to get into the heavy GM Motors,
Yeah.
2002. They had a bunch of cars that they turn a key in a car, the tires deflate. And no one said anything for 20 years, for 13 years. Over 3.
Turn the key in the tire.
Yeah, man. Over 10 years, they said over 13 people died. Maybe 300 people.
13 people died at disappointment.
Because these cars are all bad. And then they got this new woman up there, and she's a robot. So I got to tell you guys, take your money out of GM.
Where'd you read this?
It's on the news.
Oh, okay.
You didn't hear about any of this?
I did hear about the big recall. I didn't realize it was an issue where you turn the key, the tires deflate.
You turn the key, some the tires deflate, some the roof just flies off. They have a lot of defects in these cars. They tried to give them new keys. They said everyone get new keys. Like that's going to do anything. Then a bunch of high school seniors all die on their prom. That can't be proven.
Are all keys different? Have we gone through all the keys? Like, is there a chance my key
It's the same as
for
some
my
other
car,
key.
maybe there's another car out there that my key starts?
It's very possible. But not with the button. Beep, beep,
I don't have
because
the button.
that's uses audio waves.
Do you think we've gone through all the keys, Anthony?
I mean, no.
So many combinations.
No, I don't think so. There's infinite amount of combinations.
But let me tell you this: they're not back checking. They're not doing. Say, hey, have we already
Yeah,
done this
they're
before?
not like crossing them off a list.
No, they're just doing whatever random. So
No, they are though.
they are what?
They are because you have to submit your configuration to the to the auto industry. Yes.
You have to
This
submit
guy
your
knows
order
key
configuration
fucking-
for the
this guy
key.
knows
Have you
key
ever been on
background now?
Autotrader.com?
Autotrader.com doesn't do anything involved in key fucking database.
No, they do because they have to have a database of all the cars in existence. When you create a car,
You create a car.
Yes, when you create a car, you put down the specs for the ignition, and you have to check that spec against everything that's ever been created. Now, if they see that spec was in creation, you have to change it up.
And,
Oh.
and where? Tell me again how Autotrader.com comes.
Because Autotrader.com is a car website, and they've got all the cars on there, so they've got all the specs for every car.
I thought you were saying that the consumer has to draw their own key. Because I've never done that. I bought several cars.
No. I don't know. I don't know about that. I can't verify that. I just know that when you make a car, when you design a car, you have to submit that spec key situation to the government. And they have all the records, and then if they say this was actually done in an 88 Oldsmobile, you got to change up the configuration and submit it again. And then Autotrader.com gets the cars eventually, and then they sell them to people.
I don't know.
Sounds.
Let me ask you this. How come they've never done a button thing boop, boop, that opens not only your car, but your house door? Why don't you just have all the same keys for everything?
Well, you got to get a car door for your front door for your house. That's the
That's
only
what I'm saying.
way
Or
to
a key, or a door, a house door for your car.
Now,
mobile homes.
How come they don't have
It
doorknobs on?
I think there's a way to incorporate your idea, Greg, without necessarily having a car door on your home or a home door to start your car.
I want a doorknob
I
on
think
my
you could just
sedan.
use the same. I bet Bill Gates has that going.
I only want to carry one key.
You know what Bill Gates has in his house that they're always talking about how great it is? But it seems terrible to me. When you go into Bill Gates' house, and this was from years ago, so who knows? I bet sounds like a kind of thing you never probably even use. You put a little pin on your clothes when you go into his house, and you set all your preferences. So when you walk into a room, the room sort of figures out, it reads your pin, sets the temperature, sets the music, sets the lights, how you like. I don't like that because sometimes I go into a room, I want to see what temperature that room is. Maybe I like that better. Maybe I didn't know. Maybe I put in at the beginning, I like 72. And I go into a room and it's 68 and I say, oh, I like this better.
Today
It's
I feel a little chilly.
Yeah, so I don't want that. Bill Gates, if you're listening, if I ever come to your house, I don't want the pin system. Just do whatever you were doing in your house and I'll see if I like it. And if I'm cold or something, I'll say something. But otherwise, I don't want the pin.
Yeah.
And every day's different, you know?
Yeah.
What if I'm out there, I'm shooting hoops, I'm working on my jab step, and then I come home and I'm doused in sweat, and I don't want to walk into a freezing kitchen. What if I set the pin to be cold in the kitchen because I wanted it to be cold that day?
Yeah.
I got to walk in there, and it's too hot. I'm hot, and that's too hot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here's what I want. Clear floors, glass floors,
Yeah.
ocean bottom, dolphins everywhere I walk underneath me.
Yeah.
Well,
In Bill
you know.
Gates' home or any home?
In my home, if I'm ever a billionaire.
Yeah. So you'll have to build your house on the water.
No, I would just put a hole under my house and put some water in it. Put some dolphins in there. Feed them some fish. What do they eat? Fish?
Yeah, dolphins eat fish. They like a little.
Is it crazy that everything has eyes?
Not everything.
Not
though.
everything. Not like
Everything.
a clam.
Yeah. Sorry. Am I?
Cosmos?
No. They just came out with the 10 new species of animals.
Yeah.
One of them was this animal doesn't have any eyes.
Does it have fingers?
Nope. None of that.
Nothing.
Nothing.
What is it?
I don't know. But it's out there.
What does it
What's
look like? A shell?
It's like, kind of, yeah. It looks like almost like a snail a little bit.
Oh, that's a clam.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Clams don't have eyes.
That's what I said.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's why I call somebody a clam sometimes. If they don't have, yeah, it's a real clam. That guy's
If
got
they
no
don't have
eyes.
eyes.
I call blind people clams. They give Nito pearls.
Yeah. You
I'm
got
trying
to
to-
see some of these new species, though. There's a new version of a raccoon. Not a new version. It's just like a different kind.
An upgrade.
Adorable.
Really?
Ogliga nuts or something like that.
Where's it been?
It's been around. It's been in the trees and stuff.
And nobody saw it.
Yeah,
that's the
because you
thing.
don't know what's going on in the trees all the time.
And I bet a lot of
Vietnamese
if I
people.
bet if I see that, I just say, "Oh, that's it. That raccoon. That's
Yeah,
a nice
exactly.
looking
I go,
raccoon."
that raccoon's got a bigger nose than the other ones. Maybe it's
Yeah.
Jewish.
Oh,
Well,
caught that one.
that's racist. Well, and also, Raccoons not religious.
They might be.
They might be.
They might have their own religion.
That's religious to
They're
say
not
that
religious.
raccoons
Yeah,
are
it is religious.
I know. Let me tell you why they're not religious.
Why?
Okay? They're thieves.
Because of burglar
Okay,
masks?
now, Greg,
Yeah, they
come
wear
on.
the burglar mask and they
Brendan.
steal out of your garbage. If you've ever seen a cartoon, you know who the thieves are going to be. The raccoons. Now, that's not a religious way to live.
Yeah, it isn't. But maybe that in their set of religion, stealing isn't on the Ten Commandments.
Dude, what a great way to live, to be a raccoon. You know what I mean? They love garbage. How open doors for everything. Imagine if
Yeah.
you could just eat garbage. You sought out garbage.
Yeah.
Your life would be awesome.
That's like trees. They eat carbon dioxide and then give us oxygen.
Right. That's the life, man.
That's a dual. We should talk about the duality of things.
yeah.
There's a lot of dualities.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, trees and humans.
Penises and vaginas.
Penises and vaginas. You can't have one without the other. Men, women. Why is everything dual?
Yeah.
Nothing's triple.
Well,
Some people got 3 nipples.
Some people do, but those people are. But I bet you there's 2 of them, so there's 6.
Oh.
They're duality. Everything's duality. Sun,
moon.
moon,
One
darkness,
nose, though.
light.
We only got one nose.
2 nostrils.
2 nostrils.
One mouth.
2
2 arms.
2 teeth.
2 teeth.
Multiple teeth. Actually, nah. Not 1 mouth. 2 lips.
Yeah. Or, and not only that, there's the
Open.
duality doesn't necessarily mean there's 2 of everything. It means everything has its dual, its counterpart. 1 mouth, 1 asshole.
True.
Right.
In and out.
Right.
Everything is Isn't it crazy? Everything is dual.
Yeah, but, toes. You got 10 toes, not 5.
No, I'm just saying about the soul and everything.
and yang.
Space.
What's the opposite of soul?
Man,
Lutz.
I don't know. That's too deep for me.
Lutz?
Lutz.
Oh, you're spelling
Slew.
it backwards. So you think that the opposite of something is that thing spelled backwards?
That's the definition.
I got a religious question for you guys.
Yeah.
Where I've been trying to grab my ass on this one. So God created heaven and earth.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Did you just say?
What'd I say?
Did you just say? Grab my ass around this one.
I don't know. Yeah, I know what I said.
There's just never been an expression. That's all. Yeah. Grab your ass around this one, ladies and
Grab
gentlemen.
your ass around something.
See if you can grab your ass around this. I've never heard that at a lecture series.
Yeah.
You may want to wrap your minds and also grab your ass around this.
Thank you for coming here to Princeton today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all give me a chance to grab your ass around this concept. Go ahead, Greg. Religion.
So God created earth, supposedly, if that's what you want to believe.
Yeah.
But God was forever. So when did he decide to create earth? Halfway through? Forever? Like, when was that time of being like...
That's a good question, I'll tell you. No, because I took a class on this.
Okay, in public school?
What? Yes, God class. Now, because he got bored.
Well, I try to think that. That's not true because aboard he's been around forever.
Yeah. So
How
God
long
was
did it take him to
bored.
get bored? Forever?
No, just a couple of years.
A couple of years.
God years are different. You got to also be looking people years, human years.
So he's around
God years.
forever,
It's all different.
and then Earth.
Yeah, he's around forever. He does universe. He takes a rest. That's in the Bible. And then he goes, you know what? I don't know. I'm looking around here. I got a couple planets. I got my wife. I got heaven going. Let's do a world. Let's do a world. We'll do a
what
world where I
planets?
can watch people.
What do you have?
Who's his wife?
What?
There's nothing.
Kathy.
No, Kathy's not in the Bible.
You bring up a good point. So you're saying he might have done some other world somewhere else.
Yes.
He was doing different events.
No, because there wasn't, because he created the whole universe. Everything that exists, he created.
Yeah, he did all
So
these
before
other
that, there was
worlds.
nothing.
But here's what he did. He didn't think of life till later. I mean, come on, man. Look,
I'm not talking about
all right?
life. I'm talking about the
The
universe
internet's a
of
great
life,
idea. That
everything.
took forever for us to get around to that.
Not that long, to be honest with you.
Think about the first guy with a wheel and everything, and then
Yeah.
you get around to the internet. That's a pretty good.
Yeah,
time.
but compare that to how old the sun is.
Yeah, but
Was
you
that
got to
the same
understand,
guy?
God years are different. I've been telling you this.
What?
What?
We're all made of stardust, man. Does
Well,
that make
is
sense to you?
true. Yeah,
That is true.
We're all from the same thing. We're all from the same thing, dude. Stardust,
Yep.
man. We're all related.
Here's what I've been thinking of. Now, this is deep.
Yeah.
But you know how, like, all the cell, like, your body is made up of cells, right?
Right.
So maybe the cells in your body don't think they're the same. Like, one cell sees himself as a different individual than another cell, right? So maybe we're all part of the same thing. we're the equivalent of that. We're just cells in some bigger thing.
Which is Earth.
We all think we're separate and doing something else, but really we're just one entity, such as the cells in our body. Is that a possibility?
Yeah, because look at this. Check this out. You're a space traveler.
Yeah.
You see Earth. You don't see people as human living beings. You see them as a part of Earth, as different cells on Earth.
Right.
So,
Interesting.
yeah, so I just proved your theory.
I'd like to get an ant farm. I think you get an ant farm, you're going to solve all these mysteries because you watch the ants, you see what they do, and you realize.
Or a fish tank.
Yeah. Fish tank's good.
You ever live in a fish tank?
I'm not good at taking upkeep on a fish tank.
Yeah, I'm not good at really a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're all stardust.
Yeah, I know.
We're all made from the same thing. Nothing else came into Earth. We're the same as George Washington, probably.
Same makeup.
You know what kind of pet I think Anthony should get?
What?
A hermit crab. He seems like the kind of guy with a couple of hermit crabs.
I like an animal. I don't know. Yeah, but, I don't know what to do with it because it just stays in its shell, right?
Well, they'll walk around. You can get one of those painted shells.
I like an animal I can bounce ideas off of. I can't really do that with that.
Well, you can do it with anything because none of them really are listening.
Yeah, could you explain what kind of animal could you bounce an idea off of that would be somehow give you different feedback than a hermit crab?
You should get a ferret.
What's that?
You should get a ferret.
No, ferrets also, they're interested in themselves. They don't think about stuff. A dog. You could do a dog.
Oh, yeah, I like a dog.
Yeah, because dogs smile. Sometimes they get sad. Sometimes they poop. So you can kind of get going with him. Throw some stuff at him.
Prior to the podcast, I just showed Anthony and Greg that video that's, of course, been floating around Facebook of Mr. G, the goat, and Jellybean, the burro. They were great friends.
Good friends.
They were great friends. They were separated. If you haven't watched that, watch it. It's a tearjerker. You're going to love it. And Greg brought up the point that it would have been better if someone would have walked into the scene at the end and shot the burro in the face.
It was a test to see how the goat would have reacted
Yeah.
to seeing his friend murdered in front of him. Maybe he would just be like, well, I guess that's the end of him, or he'd be depressed, or maybe he'd take his own life. Would he attack someone? Maybe.
Yeah, I think you bring up good points across the board, as always. As always.
That's a good way to train goats to do work for the military.
You can't train a goat.
You know what I mean?
Actually, you can train
Because
goats.
if you're a goat and then you watch your best friend die, then the military can kind of get you to do anything.
Yeah, it's conditioning.
Yeah, exactly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course, man. We're all stardust. It all makes sense.
Because then here's the thing. Because no one suspects goats. That's why I always like. That's why people like they make dogs or they make monkeys like criminals. Because no one expects that to happen.
Yep. Who?
I don't know who makes monkeys.
Yeah, who's
criminals.
making? I mean, I have heard of a monkey pickpocket.
Yeah, exactly.
But a dog criminal. What's this dog criminal yours?
You get them to steal apples. Or
With
like
his mouth?
fruits and stuff like that. They
Then
put it
you
in
eat
their
them?
mouth. You go home. That's because the dogs have good bacteria in their mouth, so it's better actually. You don't have to wash it then. You already washed it.
No, I don't know that anyone's ever trained a dog to be an apple thief.
That's because you're not seeing it because they've never been caught. But people are doing that. Roma people.
Oh, gypsies.
Gypsies.
Yes, of course. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
See now I got yelled at for saying Jewish earlier, but that's not the correct nomenclature.
Well,
They'd like to be called Roma.
You, as a matter of fact, got yelled at for calling a raccoon with a bigger nose a Jew. So that, in fact, was racist and
I
wrong.
didn't say Jew.
Greg also
It's
is going to
Jewish.
sleep.
I
He's
don't,
going to Anthony.
I don't know what's going on.
Wake him up.
Wake
Anthony.
up, man. Get
No,
up.
I think the gym and I didn't really eat. I think all of a sudden like my body's shutting down.
Well, I did see you.
You gotta
eat,
get up.
So that's that
Stand
part.
up.
Of,
I ate that sandwich.
yeah, give a stand up.
Stand up, man.
Stand
I got
up.
too much audio here, and I
He
don't have a
doesn't
long
like
enough
to
wire.
stand up.
Here, I'll do this. Yeah.
Oh, how's that working?
Yeah. Whew. Better.
But stand up though.
No, I can't stand up
Now,
because I got the no long enough
Here's
wire.
something I've been keeping
take
a
mine?
secret from you guys. I, of course, did not want you to be able to prepare in any way. I have prepared and put together a test of our fortitude,
Of strengths.
mental strength. I've developed a scenario that's a dire scenario, and we've got to work through it as a group. We've got to communicate and talk and work through it. Here's the scenario. The three of us are on Everest. We're approaching the summit. We're approaching the summit. Conditions have gotten bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Anthony's suggesting maybe we should turn back. Maybe the summit of Everest is not worth our lives.
Why do I have to be that guy?
No, because you're reasonable. You're being
Oh.
reasonable. You're not saying don't go for it. You're saying we'll come back. We'll go for it. We've only got 2 oxygen tanks left for the 3 of us. Okay? Now we've got today is the last day we'll be able to approach the summit. Our Sherpas have left us behind. And that's the scene and begin.
What's the thing?
We're trying to get to the top of Everest, and we've got to talk it out and make our decision.
All right.
And I'll tell you, I'll judge us at the end if we passed, if we prevailed, if we lived,
Okay.
or if we perished and died on Everest to become another corpse on the mountain, a ghost in the snow, if you will.
Do a lot of people die at Everest?
Yeah, millions.
That's a lot. It's claimed a lot.
10,000 a day. Now, the scenario begins now. Well, boys, looks like the weather's turned on us. We got about 2,000 feet to the top. I say we push on.
How many miles is 2,000 feet?
I don't know.
It's half a mile.
Half a mile?
Is 5,280 feet. Might be 40. It's 5,200 something.
Let's just run this baby.
Well, we're talking vertical feet.
Let's just run it up.
That's true. That's a different point. I gotta say, no, the weather's too bad. These winds are whipping winds. If it's staggering the amount of people that die on Everest. 10,000 people die a year.
All right, so let's go back.
Let's not become a statistic, huh? Let's go back, fellas.
Let's go back.
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
I stand before you today not only as your friend, but as your brother, and your brother in this struggle. Now, we've saved up our whole lives to get to Everest. Greg, you know, what was the last thing, the last words your wife told you before she succumbed to the gangrene that she got after her leg fell off?
She said that make sure, that I get my bills paid on time.
Exactly. And how are you going to do that if we don't get to the top of Everest? If you can't get to the top of Mount Everest, how can you pay an electric bill?
Okay, I'll go to the top.
Yeah, okay, but here, I'll also think about this. If you're dead, you're never going to be able to pay that electric bill.
That's also true. I'm going to turn around.
Well, it comes down to this. And I stand before you today not only as your friend, not only as your brother, but as your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, when we were young children playing on the hill, and we said we made it to the top of Everest, that wasn't really Everest, but today, this is Everest. Now, if we die, we may die, and you may live. But years from now, as you're lying in your bed, what would you give for one more chance?
What if we just go home, but say we told everyone we got to the top? The only 3 of us will know, and we didn't.
That's a great point. You read a book, we'll read stories like about people that did go to the top, and we'll just fucking be like, yeah, it was like that.
Yeah,
it was
2,000 more
good.
feet, not that much further.
Yeah, you change it a little bit to be like, well, it was like raining when we got up there, but
That
for the most part, it's all right.
Is good. Now, here's the thing. We got to destroy our cameras because they're going to want pictures from the top. We got to say we lost our cameras.
Yeah. I'll throw mine.
I threw mine.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, I'll get rid of mine. But the other thing, though, we'll get pictures from other people's trips from Everest. So we can keep our pictures because then they'll be like, you just throw those in at the end.
Yeah, but we won't be in them.
I know, but we've taken pictures up until this point.
Right.
So we'll have these pictures, then we'll have the pictures from the other people. I'm not getting rid of my camera.
But here's what I'm saying. Everyone gets to the top of Everest. They take a picture of themselves at the top of Everest.
I've already thrown my camera off the mountain.
Greg's
That's fine.
throwing his camera
He's
off.
throwing his off. I still have mine.
got a lack of oxygen.
I'd hear you out, though. What are you saying?
I'm saying they're going to want us in the pictures on the top of the mountain.
Okay.
You're the one convincing me not to go to the top. I'm saying I'll go to the top. But now you're not throwing out your camera. Greg already threw out his camera. That was a nice camera.
Yeah, I threw that off the mountain.
Okay, yeah, but
I'm losing oxygen
I
over
see
here,
what you're
guys.
saying.
They're going to want us in the picture
We'll be
on
like,
the top.
our cameras all got destroyed.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, then that's a good idea. I got to do it. I'm going to do it.
All right. So should we sled down?
I'll call up my helicopter.
What?
I got a guy who will fly a helicopter, land, pick us up, getting his neck down.
Well, if you got a helicopter
wait.
guy, let's have him take us to the top.
You've had this
can't.
helicopter guy the whole time?
The storm is too brazen, a little bit higher.
All right, call your
That
guy.
makes a
We'll
good
take
amount of
off.
sense. Yeah, all right. Let's do that. That's
Although
fun.
I did want a sled.
Let's just sled down.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
All right, end scene. Gentlemen, we passed. Okay, that was with flying colors. That was the only option that would have been deemed acceptable in this simulation. Okay, so again, great work.
Yeah, I thought that was great. I think that's pretty good for the day. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta quit.
Yeah, I can tell. Again, follow us on Twitter, obviously, at the Rad Dudecast. Thank you for listening. Please go on iTunes, leave us a review, give us 5 stars. We love you all, and we'll see you next week.
Anyone plug anything?
Yeah, I'll be at Stand Up New York tonight.
Again, as I've said, you cannot plug things that happen tonight.
All right, well,
get out
I was there yesterday. I had a good time.
Well, you can't plug things that happened in the past.
I'm going to be on the Rad Dudecast next Tuesday.
Okay, great plug.